Welcome to the bonus chapter. This one's designed for families to listen to together, parents and kids in the same room. If you're a young person listening with your parents, thanks for being here. This matters. And parents, thanks for making this a priority. Let's dive in together.
The New Drug Talk by Song for Charlie. Chapter 5. Listen as a Family.
I'm Ed Ternan, the founder with my wife Mary of Song for Charlie. Our mission is to talk to families and explain the dangers of fake prescription pills made with fentanyl, like the one that killed our son, Charlie. I'm Charlie's dad. Let me start by being direct. We're facing an unprecedented crisis. Fentanyl and other potent chemicals have changed everything about illegal drugs today. But here's the thing that surprises most people. Young people are actually using drugs less than they were 20 years ago, but they're dying more.
Youth substance use has actually been on a downward trend for 20 years, but their deaths have skyrocketed, in particular in the last couple of years, and that's because of fentanyl found in fake pills.
So what is fentanyl? How potent is it? Every family should know the answers. Here's Dr. Scott Hadlin, Chief of Adolescent Medicine at Mass General.
Fentanyl is an opioid that's at least 50 to 100 times more potent than heroin. Because it's such a potent opioid, fentanyl can kill within minutes, particularly for teenagers who may have never been exposed to an opioid before and have no tolerance built up. Fentanyl is so potent that it takes such an exceedingly small amount, on the order of really a grain of sand, the tip of a pencil, to potentially be lethal.
Here's what makes this so dangerous. These pills look legitimate, exactly like the real prescription pills you might find in your medicine cabinet. Dr. Elizabeth Zona specializes in addiction medicine and anesthesiology.
These are completely fake pills. A lot of young adults in America are getting these pills on social media. Snapchat, WhatsApp, Discord, even Facebook Messenger. Could also be just from friends or, as they call them, plugs, their local drug dealer that they happen to know. Our kids think that they're real and they think that they're safe, and it's a deadly mistake.
The most commonly counterfeited pill is what's presented as an Oxy or a Percocet, and it's stamped with an M on one side and a 30 on the other.
Okay, so that's the crisis. Now, here's the important part. How do families actually talk about this? Parents, you need to hear what works from experts and from young people themselves. Teens, you need to hear what your parents are trying to do, even if they don't always get it right. Dr. Hadlin has spent years researching what works.
We need to equip parents to have these conversations with their teens. We need to help parents understand that the best way to approach their teen is from a place of curiosity and understanding, and creating a safe space so that if a young person has been using substances, they feel like they can approach their parent about it, or that if they've got a friend who's struggling, they feel like they can let their parent know that.
Parents, that means curiosity, not accusations. Questions, not lectures. And teens, that means your parents are trying to create a space where you can tell them the truth. Not so they can punish you, but so they can keep you alive and safe. Here's what a young person says about what actually works.
The best thing that parents can do is educate themselves about the dangers of drugs and right now, not like what happened 20 years ago, what's going on right now. The worst thing you can do would be trying to get in there and pry it from them, because then they're just going to want to do it more. Just talk to them like, not like you're telling them what to do, but to help them understand that you care about them.
That phrase, help them understand that you care, that's everything. Rana Hashemi is a young advocate who started using substances as a teenager, recovered, and now teaches adults how to talk to teens. Here's what she says about conversations that actually open doors.
I think the power of these conversations is they open up doors for help seeking. That when we have conversations about drugs that are non-judgmental, that are honest, that provide multiple pathways for staying safe, not just abstinence, then we invite the kids in who need help.
Let's talk about asking for help, because this is something both parents and kids struggle with.
I think that's the biggest thing is people think asking for help is a weakness when it's actually a strength. And opening your mouth and letting people know that you are struggling, because I feel like that's a lot of the reason why people are ending up dying, because they don't want to admit that they need help.
Here's the final piece. What do you do instead when life feels overwhelming? Because prevention isn't just about what not to do. It's about having better options. Let's talk about why young people are under so much pressure right now. Marsha Lee Taylor, who works with families dealing with addiction and mental health, puts it this way.
It's a perfect storm. I think you've got kids who are really struggling with a lot of social anxiety, particularly, a lot of depression, and an inability to cope with some of the big feelings they're having. I think you look at the isolation that's sort of magnified by social media, the sort of looking at everyone else's perfect life and feeling like yours is not so perfect. And then also the deadliness of the drug supply.
So what are the alternatives? Here's the truth. There's no one answer, but building a toolkit helps. Exercise, talking to someone, creative outlets like music or art, sleep, time outside, even simple breathing exercises. Parents, help your kids build that toolkit. Kids, try different things and figure out what works for you.
The thing that I did was I got out of my comfort zone. I did things that made me feel uncomfortable, talked to people, made connections with people, actually asked for support.
The solution to this crisis isn't just education. It's about culture. And young people are the ones who shape culture. Here's Rana again.
I think our greatest and most untapped resource in this crisis is young people themselves. And when we prepare young people beginning in 6th and 7th and 8th grade to be peer educators, to be leaders of public health in this space, we shift culture. And it's not drug education that prevents drug problems, it's culture that prevents drug problems. And young people are shapers of culture.
We can stop these deaths from happening. We didn't start this problem, but we can be part of the solution.
Okay, so here's what I need everybody to hear. Both parents and kids, this is the thing to remember. No random pills. We say it at Song for Charlie constantly. No random pills. Just like we all learned as youngsters about what to do before crossing the street. Look both ways. 3 simple words, no random pills. If it doesn't come from your doctor, dispensed by a pharmacist, in a bottle with your name on it, you have to assume it's dangerous. That's not me being dramatic. That's just the reality of the drug supply right now. I'll say it again. No random pills. If you're sitting together listening to this right now, you're already doing something important. You're making this a priority. You're having the conversation. And that matters more than you might know. Mary and I can't bring Charlie back, but we can honor him by helping other families stay together and safe. Every conversation you have, every time you choose connection over judgment, every time you ask for help or offer it, that's how we change this. Parents, trust your kids, but stay involved. Kids, give your parents some grace. They're learning too. And everybody, choose skills over pills. Thank you for listening.
Be proud, sweet Charlie, of the world that you made. And be proud, sweet Charlie.
The New Drug Talk is produced by Song for Charlie, with support from the California Department of Healthcare Services. Hosted by Ed Turnan. Special thanks to Mary Turnan, Teresa Turnan, John Epstein, David B., Max C., Dr. Scott Hadland, Dr. Elizabeth Zona, Marsha Lee Taylor, Bridget Latimer, Madeline Hilliard, Gina Chavez, Rana Hashemi, Kristen Giordani, Keith Dusenberry, Kyle Roche, Edited by Deborah Graff. Audio engineering by Desiree McFarland. With narration by Marlene Gordon. Song for Charlie. Written and performed by Jack Symes.
The whole world is crying on a day that just can't be. So be proud, sweet Charlie. Be good, sweet Charlie. And rest now, sweet Charlie. Save a drink up there for me.